Hi everybody, it's Jenna from Jenna Stitches. Today is Sunday, so it is my weekly progress video. So I'm just going to show you everything that I've made so far this week or worked on. And actually the three things that are current whips that I worked on, I'm actually not going to show because I didn't make enough progress on any of them for them to make much of a difference from the last time you've seen them. But I have finished quite a few little projects this week, and today's just kind of been another one of those relaxing days. I've been watching some Halloween Town with my youngest. We also watched Casper this morning, and I've just been playing The Sims and listening to a book today. If anybody likes kind of spooky, thrillery books, I'm listening to Kingdom of the Wicked, I think it's called, by Carrie Maniscalco, and it is really good so far. I really enjoyed the first series that she put out, the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. So I have been excited to read / listen, Ray, to the books in this series because I did enjoy her first one so much, and so far I really have been enjoying the book. If anybody watched Ray's Halloween tag video, you know why I said that, because you know there's a difference between reading and listening. So I have been listening to the book today, and it's really good. So while I've been doing that, I've just been playing The Sims and crocheting. So I have finished quite a few little projects this week that I will show you. The three things that I'm not going to show though are my husband's Casablanca mosaic blanket. I haven't worked on it in quite a while, probably over a month or so. Whenever the last time I showed it, I haven't really touched it since, but I did pick it up the other day and I got like 5 or 6 rows done, but it's not enough for it to look any different. I also worked on the Azaleas, I don't even think that's how you say it, the shrug type top I was making. I got one panel done. I started the second panel, which you had already seen, and then I did grab the yarn I needed and continued on with the second panel, but I think I only got like a row and a half done, so it again isn't going to look much different. And then I also worked on the other blanket I'm making for my husband out of the Karen anniversary cake, but again I think I got like 4 or 5 rows done last night, so it's not going to look much different. So everything else that I've worked on this week are finished projects. I guess one technically can be considered a whip depending on how you look into it. And that's the first thing that I will show, and it's just this square. It's a solid granny square that I made out of a Karen latte cake. This is the colorway Biscuit, and I think I've mentioned this before. If I didn't, I'll mention it now. I have so many different latte cakes in so many different colors. I thought it'd be a really cool idea to make a solid granny square like patchwork style blanket out of all of them. So I am going to make 1 to 2 squares out of each colorway I have and connect them together to make a blanket. I do want to make it pretty big. I'm kind of thinking like queen or king size. So I am going to make another one out of this Biscuit colorway too, and I'm thinking 2 squares out of each color will be good because like I said, I have quite a few. Sorry, my eyes itch really bad all of a sudden. Quite a few colorways of latte cakes, and it's my favorite yarn, so I want something nice and cuddly and cozy out of it. The reason why I made this, and I've made a couple other things that you'll see in just a second out of this specific latte cake, is I think it was Friday night or maybe Saturday morning. I can't remember now, but either way, I just really needed to pick up a latte cake and work on it. Like I had kept walking past them all day and I'm like, I really want to work with it. I really want to work with it. So I finally just grabbed one. And actually it was Friday night, I remember now. And I made a few things out of it. So there is one of it, and I still have like half the cake left. So if you're familiar with latte cakes, they do have quite a few yards in them. I also made this twisted little cowl this morning out of it. I didn't weave in any of my ends. I literally just finished this a second ago, but it is out of the same colorway of Biscuits, so you can definitely see more of the colorway here, and I purposely twisted it. So I made it kind of thin, but I figured with it double layered, it would still be fine. And it's actually perfect the way it is. It's my first time putting it on. Like I said, I literally finished it and then grabbed everything to come in here to make a video. So there is that. And to go along with it, I made this puff stitch beanie hat out of the same latte cake. So it is out of the biscuits. I don't know how I feel about this hat. So you can kind of see it. For some reason, the puff stitches made it a lot wider than the brim. And depending on how you wear it, let me take my hair down, it can look good or bad. I think I look bad in hats regardless, but if you wear it like this, to me, it just makes me look like a mushroom. But if I like push it back, then it's kind of a slouchy hat, and I don't mind it as much, but like sticking out right here just bugs me. But again, I don't think I look good in hats, so it could just be me. But there is that, again, out of the biscuit colorway. I really like how the colorway worked up on the hat. It actually looks like I color controlled it with this like lighter brown stripe here, but I did not. So those two will go together. Oh, I completely forgot about this. I made a hair tie, and if you watched my last weekly progress video, I think it was from last week, I had made a hat out of this yarn, and I had mentioned then that I was going to make a hair tie scrunchie, so I did. I was going to actually make it a little bit bigger, but I was working on it during work, and I had a meeting right when I finished it, so it just ended up like that. The next thing I worked on and finished, I actually worked on it, started it and finished it yesterday, is this Divine hat. And this is a pattern, honestly, by many, many different people. You can find tutorials for it or the written pattern for it everywhere. But I followed Fiber Spider. Again, I haven't weaved in any ends on anything. And this is for Erin from Crafting Kitties Creator Spotlight for the month of October. She is featuring Fiber Spider. And if you're not aware of what Creator Spotlight is, I will link her video down below for October's Creator Spotlight. But she does this every month. This is the third month we've been doing it. And you just make any type of pattern or anything. It doesn't even have to be a pattern from that specific creator. You can post it on her Facebook, you can email her, you can Instagram it to her, and you can get entered into drawings to win stuff. And you can enter three things at a time. So this is actually the second Fiber Spider thing I entered, because it can be previously made things as well. And if you think back to like my very first videos, I had made a Which Way fillet blanket for my dad for Father's Day, and that was a Fiber Spider pattern as well. So I entered that, and then I entered this hat too, which honestly I don't really care about the giveaway at all, but I just really like playing along and supporting everybody and making things I might not have made before. But I do really like the Divine hat. I've made it several times before, and I used a whole entire skein of this colorway with it. This is Yarn Bead Glowing in the colorway Lace Wing Fields, and I'm not exactly sure what that's supposed to mean, but that's the name of it. It's really, really pretty. Honestly, I like it better in the skein than I do as the hat. I don't know why. I think the white mixed in with the colors kind of throws it off a little bit for me, and it probably wasn't the best yarn for the Divine hat because it does take away from the swirliness of the pattern. But I do really like how it turned out. It is a little bit big. I don't know why I put it back up, but like it's kind of big, but it works, you know, except for the end hanging out in my face. But let me put that in the back. Even with it being a little bit big, it fits okay. So there's that. Am I going to put it back up? No, because I want to show you the next thing, which this, some of it you've already seen. I made this pumpkin spice cowl, which I had finished last week when I did my weekly progress for last week. But I also had done a few things in the same yarn to go along with this. So if you watch my not working on Wednesday Works video, I showed the beginning of the pumpkin spice hat. I was probably like to right here, I think. I did end up doing a couple more rounds or repeats before I finished it off. And it did end up being a little bit slouchy, because if you watch that video, you know, we were having a discussion of whether to make it a slouchy beanie or not, and that is how it ended up, which I really, really like this. I actually have this posted for sale on my Facebook. I haven't really been doing much with my Etsy, and honestly, I don't know if I'm going to or not. So I don't have it on there yet. I'm still deciding if I'm going to or not, but it is listed on my Facebook. And then I also made a little twisted headband out of the same yarn. Again, don't mind the end. So it matches the cowl and the hat. This time I'm putting my hair up for real. And what I thought is if somebody does purchase it, I could give them all three. And I think I mentioned this in my Wednesday Works video. That way they can decide if, you know, one day they don't want to wear... There's something on the ceiling. I think it's a fly. It distracted me though. If they don't want to wear a hat one day, they can wear the headband. If they don't want a headband and they want to wear the full hat, they have that option. So I think I might make it like a 3-piece set. So there's the headband. And then the last thing I made this week is 4 items, but they all go together. And I did mention this in the video that I posted yesterday, which was a little bit of a yarn haul that my grandma gave me. But I was talking about this project in that video. And it is a little spa set. So this is the bag that all the stuff is in. And inside we have a shower poof. We have a bigger size washcloth. And again, I didn't weave in any ends. And then we have a little tiny like face scrubby washcloth. And this is really nice and textured. So what I did is put some puff stitches in the center and then did a back loop only row, and it makes those puff stitches stick out. And to me, that's really cool with a face scrubby because, you know, it would help you clean your face. I don't know. But all 4 of these things, even the bag, and we can take a closer look at the bag there, are my own designs. I just kind of went with it. I really like making like flowery washcloths and face scrubbies. Spa sets is what I was going for. So you can see that they are very similar to each other. It's just this one is tinier and it has a more textured part to it, and this one is just round with little petals on it. And I put little petals on the bag as well. So the only thing that doesn't really fit into that is the bath poof. But what I was saying is all of these are my own design. I kind of just sat down and went with it. I did write the patterns down. So I think I'm going to make it a 4-part tutorial and do all of them. The face scrubby, the washcloth, the bath poof, and the bag. And kind of do each one in its own separate tutorial so that if anybody wants to make them, they know how to. I don't know why I just had to explain that. I'm pretty sure we all know what a tutorial is, but there's that. Which I really, really like these. I'm kind of just making stuff at this point to gear up for Christmas, which I think, you know, a lot of us might be doing. Making the hat and cowl sets, making stuff like this. I actually am going to make some like cup cozy type thingies and some water bottle holders. And I was thinking of making some just face scrubby sets with like 5 or 6 face scrubbies to a set. Maybe different shapes and stuff. So I'm gearing up for that kind of stuff, not only to sell it if I can, but also just to have stuff ready for Christmas. I do like to give my kids' teachers, you know, handmade stuff for Christmas. So at least one hat and cowl will go to my kids' teachers, and maybe some spa sets as well. And both my boys have 2 teachers apiece. So, I mean, other than their like gym teachers and stuff like that, but their actual like classroom teachers, they both have 2 teachers. So I do want to do that. And also still making hats for work. Me and 2 of my coworkers are making hats for a local cancer hospital. So I'm kind of working on all of that in between the bigger projects like the blankets, and the shrug's not a big project at all. I just really don't like working on it. I was so super excited about that pattern, and I got the first panel done pretty quickly, and now I just have no desire to work on the second panel. So I'm picking it up here and there. But that is everything I have to show. I think I am going to possibly make the second square for the biscuit latte cake, and there's still quite a bit of it left, so I was thinking of making a pair of like little booties or socks out of it too. Which, I mean, that's quite a lot of stuff out of one latte cake. If I make another square, I got the hat, I got the cowl, and then a pair of like little booty slippers. Because I think that would just be so comfortable. So I think I'm going to do that. And then I also am going to take out my Mandala Tuesday blanket tonight and work on that some, because I actually don't think I will be able to work on it during the day tomorrow. I am starting a new training at work, and it's my first time training it. So I don't think I will actually have time to crochet while working. And then I'm going over to my best friend's house tomorrow night. So I don't think I'll have much time to work on the blanket tomorrow. So if I don't work on it today, then I have no progress on it for Tuesday, because I haven't touched it since last Tuesday's video. But I do only have 2 rounds left to do. So maybe I can finish them tonight and then be done with that. So that is everything I have. I am going to film another video right after this, so you will see me in the shirt again in the video that's going to go up tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. I'm not wearing the same clothes every day. I'm just filming back to back. So thank you everybody for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I would really appreciate it. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.